Thank you, Jesse. Coming up through the background into my awareness, into a garden we can play in. You asked me, am I a teacher? And I avoided the question. I can't believe I did that. And so I want to make it right. Say what I do see me being, which is becoming. And maybe it is more teaching that I'm supposed to be getting into, but that hasn't manifested yet. It sounds like fun. But there's a need in my reality for a little grounding. And that's happening at the garden. And I see the possibilities of my dreams coming true, of our heart gardens, sowed like seeds into the world. That dream really, really is knocking at my door. I don't know how to do it. I keep wondering if it's something that I can do. And I feel so, well, I'm just one, aren't I? I'm not even, I can't file my pictures, I lose track of my appointments, keeping my feet and the calendar, the timeline all squared out. Man, I am so grateful for my mother, my family that supports me, holds me as I racket through life, trying my best to maintain all the plates spinning. I'm not real good at spinning plates. But I love to surround myself in beauty and joy. And I feel it is my calling to help people find theirs. I've lived a magical life, and all the time I thought I was ordinary. And I fought against that. Well, it seems I succeeded. I'm not ordinary anymore. I always wanted to be ordinary. What a fight it was. So I tried out almost everything. I left myself open for adventure. I sought beauty and fun and joy. And when that didn't work for the rest of the world, they medicated me. And so I struggled through the time it took to escape, although I did have to break before I could get out. And none of it I did on purpose. Well, I went to school, I chose business management to go through. And they fed me a line that I believed it was that we were going to be working together. And what I found in reality was I was just another one of the minions. And my soul fought against that. And then I found a sweat lodge after the complete break. I found a sweat lodge and I went there for a year and it was wonderful. I got my feet under me, perhaps for the first time, but I was still medicated. And then life brought me back to Kamloops. And for 3 years I lived in an apartment kitty corner for where my mom lives. I had morning sun and evening sun. I had a view out both sides, and it was so beautiful. I had a computer with 2 screens that I used to communicate with Jan Golding of United Earth and Robert Schramm. And between us, we created a website and a conference. And when I went to the conference and had this most amazing experience in Europe, I said I wasn't ever going to go to Europe. I had a feeling, though, that I might, but I always refused it until I couldn't refuse. It was one of those moms that guides you through your life, guides me through my life, because I'm aware of it. And that's what I want to tell everybody. If you become aware of Mom, she will dance with you, and life becomes a communication with the divine. And like a murmuration, the human nations will rise. Parts of the body of the one that we are becoming. And through awareness, we wake up to who and what we are. And like the sun, the star that is our Father, we will burn with the brightness that is our birthright. And no one will be left behind, although maybe our bodies will. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it works. I don't know. And I could be wrong about, oh man, I have been so wrong. And yet, it's all in the weaving. If you're not wrong sometimes, you have no humility, and the weaving can't be done. You got to have some down to go with the up. But if you know that it's part of the weaving and that you can let go of that and become something more, well, you have to let go so you can swing, right? You ask any Tarzan. The next right thing, your heart will tell you what's right. You come to trust it. You start looking for the signs. And you use tools. That's what humans are for. Being inventive and creative and artistic and sensational. The crows agree. I pay attention to the words my mouth speaks without my thinking. And one of the things that my mouth said, without my mind planning it, was, "This is the fun part." And I giggled. And since that time when I said those words, I've been thinking about it. And this is what we came here for, to be here now. I wish I spoke Crow. They're known as the messengers of God. I spoke to Mother Earth on Mother's Day, saying Happy Mother's Day. And after I finished saying what I had to say, I leaned back on the sparkly sands of Kamloops, BC, my home and lovely country. I leaned back on the sand and looked up the tree, Atlas, my favorite tree. I looked up Atlas, and there, right above me, was a crow listening to every word I said. I had acknowledged him a couple of times, having punctuated my statements with the sounds of his voice. And I felt that she heard every word I said through him. And so crows are amazing beings. I have a poem, Crow Surgeon, that talks about successful surgery done by a crow upon a worm, an earthworm. And both ends lived. And that's how I see humanity growing together in a new social way, growing their food in repurposed buildings, getting to know each other and creating the invisible structures that all successful communities have. The interrelationships of people. And the grandmothers guide, teach, love, share the culture that they desire to create as they hold the hurt in their arms and guide all of those energies down into Mother Earth where she can take care of them for us. She is the transmuter, and her love conquers all. What you do for her is always appreciated. She shows her thanks by reflecting your beauty right back at you. You see the beauty of your actions in the beauty of her. This is what we came here for. This is our opportunity to honor the souls within our bodies. All of time we have lived as souls in different bodies, whooshing down the river of time, faster and faster and faster and faster. More and more and more of us. The souls within us used to be animals, and there are few animals now. There's a lot of people. All the seeds of the souls were sown at the beginning of time. And we have grown and experienced and woven a world of beauty and wonder. Good intentions. Now we need to do better. So says the crow. But this is the fun part. This is what we came here for. I don't know what it's going to look like. She's given us this sandbox to play in. We've made a hell of a mess. It's time to clean up our sandbox. It is the masterpiece of humanity, what we do here in our sandbox. I see you in all your glory, in all your separate selves, doing the best you can from your point of view. I honor you. And I want to ask you, what do you want? Let your hearts answer. Because we're in this together, and I so want to live, love, and prosper, and have fun on the way. I love you in all your separate selves. Mother Earth is so proud of you. It's time to feed yourselves and each other. Gather in good places. Grow good food. Love each other. Find good ways. Teach your children how to love and play. Mom loves to play. It's the best way to learn and the best way to support each other in keeping a positive mental attitude. This hasn't been easy, and it isn't going to be easy. Think of a child growing up. How many times do they fall down? Well, how many times does a God have to fall down? We're figuring it out, apparently about 6 times. But this is the fun part. She's there to catch us if we let her and help her. Appreciate each other. Have fun with each other. You are all essential. Thank you for the work you do in this world.